Previously on WearTesters, we took a detailed look at these guys right here, and this is the ANTA KT6. However, I still haven't played in these because, well, this is just a lot of shoe. These guys, however, feel way better. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at these potential bad boys right here. This is the ANTA KT6 Low. And for those of you guys that have not been part of this channel for a long ass time, I've reviewed every KT shoe from 1 through now 6. This being the only one that I have not reviewed on court due to pandemic season. However, every shoe that I have played in of the KT line, I've always liked the low tops better. The KT2 is still one of my favorites just ever. The KT3 lows were fantastic though. Those reminded me a little bit of a Kobe and a Jordan 28 all mixed into one. Excellent. But these guys right here, man, they were a little bit disappointing to me just right out the gate. Like, they're real stiff. There's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of layers, things like that. It was kind of like a big departure from what we had previously seen on the past KT models. This guy right here though fits more in line with what I feel like the KT line should, I don't want to say evolutionize because I don't think that's a word, but if there was evolution throughout the line, this feels more in line with what's come out before it. So the good thing is that the tooling is pretty much the same. So this traction right here hasn't changed between this model and the last, and by the last I mean the higher cut version. So we've got all the same stuff right here. I don't know if it works yet because again I haven't played in the previous model, so I'm hoping that this one will work well. And I just got back into a gym. It's been what, almost, it feels like it's been like 2 years, but I don't think it has. On like a good gym? How did that gym compare? Because I know you've gotten into a couple I've gotten into some random churches. Yes. Which this was also, but this had an actual hardwood floor. Okay. The other churches that I had played on had a waxed concrete floor, which worked, but almost everything worked on it unless it was dirty, and then nothing worked. And this floor right here, I was wearing the GT cuts and it was like half and half. Like, everybody was slipping and I was gripping until I would do certain movements on certain portions of the shoe where basically the rubber was tight. So I mean, for all I know, it could be great on like a really clean court, but I'm just happy that I got into a gym. It felt so good, even though I was so bad. It was so bad. How long has it been though? Like 2 years almost, or what? No, like no. A real gym with the hardwood floor. We got kicked out of Lifetime. Like, we didn't get kicked out. We didn't get kicked out. Okay. The government shut down. The day that government shut everything down in March of 2020. That was literally, we were there. Oh, we're only in 2021 right now. My bad, guys. So. It's felt like forever. I think that this might play well, fingers crossed. All I know is that I'm just glad it's on a low top now. Again, this is so much shoe. What was the point of this? And again, like I was saying with the traction, the midsole and cushioning tooling is exactly the same as the higher cut counterpart. So we've got lots of layers of lots of foam. So this stuff is crazy. Hold on tight. We're gonna run through it as quickly as possible. Hold on to your butts. So the first thing is the Ulti Flash Foam. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. All I know is that it feels very much like the A Flash Foam or the Flash A Foam Plus Plus or whatever it all is all kind of like a variation of the same thing. It just feels very bouncy. I don't know exactly what the compound is. I don't know if it's a P-Bax base or if it's an eTPU. All I know is that it feels great. And this guy is no different, even though it is wrapped along the entire medial side. You can feel everything. Now the weird part of the foam layers is in the back of the shoe. This one you can't really see it that well because this is solid rubber, so that's kind of a bummer. But you can see it right here. It's a little dirty, but I mean, it's not like anything crazy. You can't see it. Why'd you smile like that? Because I feel like I can see it more on the solid, but what? Let's go. That bright green is a different foam. That's not the rubber. Oh. Yes, 1 point for Wing. Mr. Wing, not Mrs. Wing. That's my point. She's gonna take it from me, watch. But anywho, what you can see right here is that bright green section that you can see, right? That's a different type of foam. What type of foam is it? Good question, I'm not sure. All I know is that it's an extra layer of something to give you more cushion for the pushing. Hey. Here's just a quick look at the insole, little crash pad in the back, nice little foam in there, gives you good stepping comfort. There's no real shape to it, but it is better than a lot of other brands, especially Adidas. Adidas gives you some of the worst insoles of all time. There's not an extra layer of foam though. Normally they put a nice layer of something for the strobel, and this is just a regular nylon strobel, so that's kind of weird, but there's so much other stuff in there that I think it's okay. Now the upper is where things really get different, so you can see clearly that they are similar looking, but there's just way less layers on this and it just feels way better. So the first thing they removed is the strap. Most of these straps are unnecessary, especially when it comes to the KT line. Which one was that? Was it the 5? That had the cover, and man, that was useless. And then they went with the 5 Low. The 5 Lows are awesome. I didn't do a full performance review, but I did play in them and they are great. Again, I like them more than the high tops. But that shoe, they took off that whole strap system thing. There was even some other versions that took off the strap system, and it's because it was useless. And then the KT4 had one of the most useless straps where it was just the collar.
Wrong.
Or maybe that was not the 4, maybe that was the 3. It was the 3. This collar right here though reminds me of the KT4, just lower cut. But yeah, so they removed the strap right there. They also removed a lot of the overlay synthetics. So the KT6 High just has this big ass toe cap. Kind of reminds me of a T-Mac. And yeah, it's just a lot of fuse, a lot of just unnecessary stuff. They took all of that off. You can see the layers though, which is really cool. So you can see some of the structures underneath this really thin TPU based mesh. The mesh itself kind of got that scratchy feeling and everything. And it feels a little bit like it's got TPU yarn. However, it's not like really plasticky feeling. It's kind of strange. It's a nice feeling TPU based mesh, and I think it's gonna work really well. It should be really strong as well. There are some fuse overlays right here for that kind of like stress zone section when you're on lateral movements, which I think is great, but it's not too much to where you feel like you're wearing a construction boot with a strap on it. And again, they lowered the collar. Obviously, this is the low top. And then there are still plenty of Achilles notches and pillows right there in the back of the shoe. So you got all of that suction cup-like fit right around your Achilles area, as well as your cankle, unless you're not like me and you just have ankles. But cankles fit well in this. Now, as far as fit is concerned, they do fit true to size, so whatever you typically wear, that's what I would go with. I got these over at Famoji Sneaker. We will have a link down below in the description box. If you're confused about their sizing, you can always go with your Euro size for the most accurate fit versus your US size. That would probably be the best bet for most people. So what do you think?
This is so much.
I know. And I like straps and zippers and you know that 90s thing, but even then, like I'm looking at these, I'm like, really? That's just a lot.
Yeah.
You know? I think that these just feel way better. They feel way nicer. I still do feel this little hump right here on my foot. Like, I do. Which is why I said that. So, yeah. So when I try them on, I can still feel that. I hope that I don't while playing in them, because that pushes like right in my 5th metatarsal area. Ooh. If we're being very specific.
I like it when you break out the big words.
That's what she said.
They like really went with a specific feature and like placed it all over the shoe.
Which feature would that be?
The waves, because they're down in the, and then they're like hidden inside.
Yeah, you know? I wonder if it's got, because this thing says future, or not future, but it says nature flow or nature.
It's
no,
nature.
I know. Sorry. But yeah, I think it's because this thing right here says nat. But yeah, these guys right here, they say nature flow, which, I mean, when nature calls, it does flow. So yeah, so I think that might be the overall theme, is to kind of like flow like water.
And Klay does love a boat.
Recently, especially.
I feel like I've been following his account for 2 or 3 years, and he always has some great boat pictures.
Yeah, he likes the water and he does like the boat, but like now, like he's like excessive with it. You know what I mean? Like it's probably because he's been sidelined for ever. So it's like, might as well pick up a hobby that doesn't require on-court action, you know? So yeah, hopefully he comes back soon too, because it's been a season without him. Curry's just incredible, but the Splash Bros need each other, man, like to get over that hump, you know what I mean? So I think that what Curry's been doing is great, but I would love to see the two of them yeah, just together, you know what I mean? Like it's like, it feels right.
No, it feels so good.
It does feel so good. But anyways, this is the updated version of the KT6. This is the KT6 Low. And again, if you're interested in grabbing a pair, we will have a link down below in the description box. For those of you guys asking about my hoodie, just follow Sense Apparel on Instagram. This is our upcoming brand. And when we have updates on availability for ordering, we will let you guys know there first. We are gonna start with shirts first. We kind of missed hoodie season, my fault. But we will still have really cool designs, so stay tuned.
Shut up and take my money.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and until next time, guys, have a good one. I am brain dead. I just feel exhausted.
Nature.